And we're live. Hey, everybody. I'm Peter from Cardboard Alchemy. I'm here with Alex Cutler and Peter C. Hayward, the designers of Critic Kitchen.
Woo!
And
Critic Kitchen.
Critic Kitchen is on Kickstarter right now. You probably have found us from there. Or maybe you're just tuning into the Cardboard Alchemy YouTube stream, in which case, welcome. We are about to play a board game on Tabletop Simulator, a digital version of Critic Kitchen. It's not out yet. We are crowdfunding it right now. We've unlocked tons of things. We've hit some magic numbers, already over 7,700 backers. There's a cow.
That's
right.
7777.
Oh, did we get the 7777?
I don't know. I'm curious. I'm excited.
We've also got in the chat, Axel has noticed that there's a cow playing, and Slushosaur is at 3 a.m. his time. That's very nice of you to join us. Late night gaming. Now, in the last version of this, which is on our YouTube channel, the two designers played a match at Critic Kitchen, and I believe Alex took that one down.
So there is actually a bit of a story about that. I didn't tell it last time, but now that we're doing the rematch, Alex and I have played, like 200 plus versions of this. Mm-hmm. And last week on the stream was the first time that Alex has ever won. And so that was actually a really big deal for him. I did have COVID. That's worth mentioning.
Oh, that is true.
So this will be much more a return to form. So Alex, I hope that didn't give you a taste of something you'll never experience again. But well done on being.
I'm going to let my actions speak. See, I'm not. You know what? I played a friendly match last time. You know, I wasn't trying to throw it or anything. But you know what? If I beat you by 10 points, 20 points, see what happens.
So we're not going to go over all of the rules. We're going to set up the game. We're going to go over some basics of what we're playing, because every game of Critic Kitchen is different. There's a different critic that comes out and is looking for a 7-course meal from these two. And also you can choose to play with some of the other modules which we have here. We're playing with carts, because on the Kickstarter we unlocked balloons and flowers, and we wanted to show what those are like. Additionally, we recently unlocked the cow. That is our critic coming today. Cow's a very fun one. And we've got Restaurateurs, which is an optional mode that you can give yourself a variable player power for the entire game. And today we're going to play, let's see, who have you decided to play for your head chefs?
Well, as an Alex, I'm going to be playing with Alex Gornashellfish.
Nice.
Based off of Alex Gornashelli.
And I thought
that's a great card.
Guy Bieri, also based off Alex Gornashelli.
She is known for her Flavor Town antics, yes.
You know, these are two of my absolute favorite. Now, that's very hard to say this, because Sandara is amazing, and every piece of art that she's doing for this game is wonderful. But these two in particular, I really like these cards. I really love what she did with these two characters.
Yeah, a fun little bit of lore I'll throw out there that when Sandara was researching kind of like background on Alex Gornashelli for drawing this illustration, she found an interview with a quote from her where she said that if she hadn't ended up a professional chef, she would have been a marine biologist. So I thought that was really
cool.
Really fitting that's what we ended up going with for her character.
That's very fun.
I pointed out that she won Iron Chef with a lobster course, and she's got a lobster tail, which is kind of creepy because she killed her own, but whatever.
You know, I never noticed the tail in the picture until you said that. That's great.
She has a lobster tail.
Let's
talk about her power.
Remember, all meat in the world of Critic Kitchen is grown organically on trees and bushes.
That's right.
Right, or underwater trees.
Those are like kelp lobsters, basically.
Let's talk about her power, because let's find out what you're going to be able to do all game.
So for Alex, her power is throughout the game, you may use 3 value ingredients as if they were ingredients of any types. So for me, any 3s that I pick up are going to act as wilds for me.
That's really great. She is versatile.
That's maybe my favorite restaurateur. It's hard to say. I like them all, but I really like that power a lot. I am Guy Bieri. So for every rumor token I have, I'm going to add 1 to my challenges. So if I can collect,
Now you're going
in
to be
fact,
looking
in
for
our
a
opening
rumor.
deal we have some rumor tokens. I will just be better at challenges.
That's right. And in a 2-player game, keeping him from getting that is just as valuable as helping myself. So I'm gonna be playing pretty hard to deny you some rumors.
Can you tell me how specifically with which workers and which spots? Because that would be really helpful.
We've got some hellos from Party On Dudes. Hey all, and we've got some people in the chat now. Of course,
Indigo Magpie also let us know we're only 8 backers away from hitting 12 backers away from hitting 7,777.
That's so great. We actually have some really great surprises in the campaign for when we reach funding that is 700,000 and also 7777777. I mean, the game is about sevens. As you'll see, they're very important to the game here. With the 7-course meal, with the scoring, everything is tied into that number. And then we got a little bit ridiculous with it and just kept tying it more into that number. Anyway, so you chefs are ready to play. We'll talk about flowers and balloons as they come up.
Do you want to describe our critic?
Yeah.
Now, Peter, up until today, I thought this was your favorite critic, and then you blew my mind.
This is top 3 critics for me right now. And I say that because the one unlocked today is the hippo, and I've just decided the hippo could beat the cow. But the cow is amazing because the cow cows have 4 stomachs, and in this game, the thematic tie-in is that you can serve 1 course and then put 4 ingredients of that type in that course. So you can serve a carrot course with 4 carrots in it. That's your stomachs right there. Or you could be working on a carrot stomach, and then suddenly you see a rumor that says mushrooms are important, and then you pivot, and now you have a mushroom stomach, which is gross. But you may decide to do that if you want.
Yeah, I think the cow is one of my favorite as well. Just I love those moments mid-game where something happens where you have to adjust your whole strategy, but in a fun way, and the cow is great for that. The other one you mentioned, the hippo, just for anyone who didn't see it today, check out the update, but it's really cool. Hippos have a little oxpecker, I think is the name of it.
Yeah,
it's
we don't have the art on here yet, but Sandara's working on it.
Yeah, it's a little bird that has a symbiotic relationship with the hippo where it'll kind of like land on its back for protection and then pick food out of its teeth. So the hippo gets a little benefit, the bird gets some benefit, but the hippo critic has a little oxpecker that you can serve a tiny little challenge to 3 times throughout the game.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's the only critic that is going to take food during round 3 here. And I think that is just such an interesting bit of gameplay. But also, that challenge card is this is the only time a challenge card repeats itself 3 times in the game.
As a designer, I like it because it's using the 7th challenge card. Like the 7 challenge cards, one's not in, but now it is, and that stuff just tickles my brain so much.
Another 7. All right. All right. So you are going to be now. Speaking of 7, you have a 7-round challenge here. Oh yes, we need a zoo chef. Excuse me.
We could also introduce our carts we're playing with.
Sure. Yes. Well, I said that we could maybe talk about them when you take your first strategy with them.
Yeah,
we can cover them now. Oh, it's Lulu.
Oh, Lulu.
Love Lulu.
That's so good for me.
If Lulu took wine, you may place it in your kitchen as a wild rumor instead of keeping it as an ingredient. That is going to make it so that Guy Fieri possibly, could get by with a little bit of luck here. We'll see.
I'm going to talk through the carts we have. Oh, sorry. This is my first time seeing this art, so I'm just.
So what we're doing, we're going to describe the carts. Here we go.
Yes. So we have the flowers and the balloons. Flowers, they kind of work similarly in one sense, but in every other way differently. So the way flowers work is the first person to take something from this location will also take flowers. So if you get the first grab, let's say you take this mushroom, you'll also take the flowers.
Have to take flowers. Yeah.
Have to take the flowers. You must. Flowers do 2 things. Firstly, they take up space in your inventory. So at the end of round 3 and round 6, you normally have to discard down to 5 and 10. Flowers, you can't discard them, and they take up some of those slots. So on one hand, awful. Why would you want that? That's terrible. Well, at the end of every day, whoever has the most flowers will get a star. So when you have to discard down, if you have the most flowers, you'll get a star, and you can get up to 3 stars in the game just from flowers. So Alex has said in the past, I mean, I agree with this, but Alex has said that he really likes how this transforms your like decision-making process. Because suddenly, like, you know, let's say a 7 of mushroom would come out here. You can get it, but it now has an extra cost to it.
Right, and it's because it's the first person going to that location that gets it. You start trying to finesse. Well, if I know they probably don't want to send a 1 to get that 7 because they don't want the flowers, can I squeak in with a 2? Like, you're looking at the tie breaks. Maybe no one goes there at all, but you can send your board for value. It's a great little twist.
Balloons are also kind of bonus takes. So every time you take a token from the desert vendor, you also take a balloon. And we actually each start with a balloon as well.
That's true.
And the way balloons work is if you have one of each color, right? That's the
one of each
we
color.
went back and forth on that at some point. So, for example, if I had these 3 balloons, that's a star at the end of the game, and most stars at the end of the game is also most balloons at the end of the game is also a star.
That's correct.
So,
trying to collect sets of balloons.
Balloons are a nice little set collection game within the game.
Absolutely, and this is an example of how carts work. When you're playing a 2-player game, you put out 2 locations with carts, and every other player count, you put out 3 locations with carts. And then each cart has a different way it interacts with the game. So your critics, your sous chefs, your carts, your restaurateurs, it's never going to be the same game twice at Critic Kitchen in Bistro Bay. So our 2 chefs are now going to decide where they're going, and the purple restaurant has already locked in.
Oh my gosh, pressure.
Wow. They already know what's going on.
Ooh. All right, so wine and dine today. We need mushrooms, wine, and fish.
So I'm going to be playing a different strategy than last time. This time I'm going to try and win. That's my thinking.
Oh.
Really mix it up.
It's a reasonable.
I think you should go with the strategy that you're good at, though. So
Slasher Saw has an interesting comment. With the balloons, we got to watch out for inflation.
Hey, we just hit 70 now.
There you go. Alex has laughed at that one. We've unlocked another social goal in this stream. Actually, there was a really funny one in the update as well. So Alex has been laughing all day.
But he hasn't been crying.
Now they are deciding what to go for, and we've got the wine and dine challenge coming up, which is mushroom, wine, and fish. And there is some ingredients. Well, there's at least mushroom. We don't see any of the other.
Alex, you want to talk through what you're thinking? You want me to do so?
Oh yeah. Okay. So let's do the same thing as last time. For the first few rounds, we'll kind of talk through what we did. I'll go first.
Yes.
All right. So I'm looking at wine and dine. I see mushrooms are in vogue. I think Garden Top Shop, that's got some good stuff there. I don't really want the flowers, so I'm going to send my 3. I'm going to say either Peter doesn't go there at all, and then I have to take the flowers, which I'm not thrilled about, but I'm getting 3 things that I want, or Peter went there and took some other stuff and also took the flowers, and I'll still get some value. Sent my 2 to the Chef Academy. I wanted to either get Lulu or the Wild Rumor, so even if Peter sends his 1 there, I'll get one of those 2 things, and I'm trying to deny Peter from getting rumors. And then finally, I sent my 1 to the Desert Bender. I'm going to go real hard after those rumors to keep Peter away from them, and that's valuable for me as well. So
nice.
So we were thinking very much in parallel there.
Oh, look at these 2 boots.
I figured if I was going to get extra stuff, I'd rather get it from the Chef Academy. Firstly, because there's a 2 carrot here versus a 5 bread here, and secondly, because. I mean, in retrospect, I could have gone to the 2 here and tried to get more balloons, but I figured there was a chance you would send your 1 out here to snipe me, but you had the same thing as me. And then, and I'm very proud of this, I was fairly sure you would do the 3 at the Garden Top Shop, so I'll scoop up everything at the Midnight Merchant. Pretty happy.
Now what we're gonna do is go in order. So if there had been anyone at the soup truck, we would be doing that first. There is no one, so we move on to the Garden Top Shop.
All right, so I'll take
gets everything.
all 3 of these. And Peter, you can see that's the wrong one. You can see behind my screen, right? So I'm putting these flowers down.
I think flowers are kept publicly.
Well, you got to refrigerate them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they mustn't be. Never mind. Ignore me.
There's also a little, well, we usually have a guide here that we're working on that will tell you the rules.
But anyway, so these are in my kitchen area, and they're taking up a slot in my fridge. We want to keep those flowers fresh so that we can put them out on the tables at the end of the days.
No, that's correct. It says it at the bottom left of the card. I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
Okay. And then,
all right, so the boar is done, and we move on to the desert vendor, who is happy.
Had I realized that Alex was going to break the tie, I didn't check beforehand. I was probably more likely to send my 2 here just to get that extra balloon, but I'm not unhappy with getting first pick at the Chef Academy.
So it looks like Alex here is in the lead, which means the red mouse will be going first.
Okay, so I'm going to break my tie and move that to the back of the tie break track. I will take that rumor. And here's a little bit of high-level tomfoolery. I'm going to take the yellow balloon. I'm trying to make a set of one of each type, so I could take the red or the yellow equally, but Peter already has the red, so denying him the yellow is a little bit more of a...
It's going to be easy for you to get reds because they're lower priority to me.
Exactly.
Similarly, I'm going to take the blue because I already have a red. And I think the meat spice. Oh, no, I don't get to take... yes, I do. I get to take an ingredient. I'll take the meat spice.
You also get an ingredient, yes. And at the Midnight Merchants...
The rules have just changed so much. I forgot that you got to take things when you send you guys out.
Oh, no, it's a rumor. Look at this. Guy Fieri gets a rumor.
Not unhappy about that at all. Very
slightly unhappy about that at all.
Good.
Now let's find out what they learned. So Alex, you looked at this one yet?
I looked at ...
Okay, so I'm gonna look at this. Is what Alex knows. Okay, Alex knows this. Oops.
I'm not looking. I'm desperately not looking.
Okay, and now I'm gonna look at what Peter gets to know right here.
Ooh.
All right.
So I am breaking the tie here at the. Oh, let me take my workers back at the Chef Academy. Now this is genuinely tricky. Lulu is potential future rumors, and I get an extra worker, which is very good. Versus just getting a flat out rumor right now, because no wine might come out. There might be no wine in the next round whatsoever. Right. So I was sort of hoping that Alex would play first, and then I wouldn't have to make this choice because I don't know that there's a clear right answer. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this 5 bread.
All of a sudden, Cosmo shows up. Whoa. No, I'm kidding. I'm just going to show off this fun little people.
That's actually really mean. Well done, Peter.
Thank you. I'm very happy with that. That's really cool. Look at little Cosmo.
I know, Cosmo. Which every backer gets. If you're backing for the game, you also now have an octopus. What did you take?
Lulu.
I took the 5 bread so that
he made me make the choice for him because he was happy with either.
Interesting.
I genuinely don't know which one's better. So yeah, there we go. I figured there was a chance you'd take that. I'm going to go ahead and do the... Oh, I'm going to put this on question mark because then Alex can't take any ... that come out, and I am guaranteed if one comes out to take it.
Oh, wow.
Boy, we're fighty tonight.
So now Peter is going to get to look at this card. We're going to look at it also, so everybody gets to know what this one is.
Oh. Okay.
Wow. Now there may be, I will say, some rumors that we have to talk through, but we'll get there.
We're playing advanced boys tonight.
Yeah. All right, and that is round 1. I'm pretty happy with how that spun out. I got 2 rumors for Guy Fieri in the first round.
I mean, that's great.
If the ellipses comes up, I am guaranteed to take it. So that's very nice for me.
Sweeties is the challenge as it is in round 2. We're going to get out new ingredients here.
We got Billy.
A lot of mushrooms again at the Garden Type Shop. That is all they know how to do.
I don't see a Billy token. Oh, I think it's mislabeled. Yeah, there it is.
Ooh, very nice. Bread at the Academy.
Okay.
The balloons, Lulu, flowers, and the balloons are back out.
So no wine came out, so I'm actually pretty happy.
Oh, no, there's some wine.
Oh, there's
a little bit of wine.
Right.
A little drop of wine.
A little aperitif or whatever the post meal wine is.
Aperitif, yeah.
A tower of soup has been spied. Is there a tower of soup? Well, there is. This is the bountiful bisque where you put out one a round. So we've got a pile ready to go of that bisque. And we have a very this is not our game tray soup pot, but it'll do today.
Oh, I'm undoing everything. What do I want?
And Plus says, I love that Cosmo is a Dumbo octopus, so already a critter mashup by default. That is what we're doing here. We're mashing up critters. I mean, not hurting any critters. Critters are naturally mashing up. And our two restaurants are ready. They know exactly where they're going. And Alex has had to put 4 cards down because he's an extra worker.
That's right.
Lulu is going to be put to work over here, and where's she going to go? Well, actually, we're going to do Peter first.
Peter, give me insight into what's going on in your brain.
I feel a little bit on the back foot today, as in this round, because you having the extra worker really it throws me off. So the obvious move to me is again to put a 3 at the garden top shop, because if you do the same, then you break your tie and take the flowers, and I'm perfectly happy with that. If you put a lower number there, you get the flowers, and I get whatever's remaining. But if you don't, I'm tied with you on flowers, so I'll get that same star. There's a pretty good chance you don't want 2 flowers on day 1, because that really limits your inventory space.
Yeah.
So that one I was pretty sure in. Okay. I decided to do the same move as last time with the 2 at the Chef Academy, because there are 2 things here that I really want. So again, if you send a 1 there, I'll get that, and I'll deprive Lulu of the wine. I've got a friend called Lulu, and she hates being called Lulu. So every time I say Lulu, I keep automatically correcting it in my mind. So yes, if you've sent your 1 there, cool. I'll get whatever's remaining. If you send a 2 there, it's the same as if I'd sent a 1. Mm-hmm. Neither of these are a bad pick to me. I would quite like Billy just to get on the Zoo Chef train, but and then the 1 I wasn't excited about sending a 1 to the desert vendor or the soup truck, and I figured there's a chance that you'll Lulu to the Midnight Merchant and hope to pick up multiple wines. So I thought I would go there with a chance of sniping it.
Yeah, that's right. If Lulu gets lucky, Lulu can basically get 2 rumors at once.
So I'm not. The first round I felt very confident in my choices. This one I'm a little less sure of, but we'll see how I did.
I like your thinking. I don't think it's going to pan out exactly the way you wanted, but I like your thinking. All right, so my 1, the Midnight Merchant. Always.
I thought Lulu might go there. That's interesting.
My 2, I sent to Garden Top. So this is.
I'm fine with that.
It's a mixed bag, right? Because normally this would be great. I'm going to snipe 2 and leave you with just 1 for your board. But I'm also going to take those flowers, which I already am winning the flowers. So getting 2 doesn't really move the needle on that. And I'm only going to be able to store 3 ingredients.
If you hadn't had the Zoo Chef, I would absolutely have sent this here, because these are not great balloons for you. But with Lulu there, I was pretty sure you would. Pretty good.
I think they are showing you how much you could get into someone's head.
I actually really. I mean, we'll see if it pays off later. But I thought that you might think that I wouldn't go after these balloons because they're ones I already had. So I'm going to try and build up a little balloon buffer, and then try and farm some reds when they come out. We'll see if it works. You can always try and stop me, because right now, if I take these balloons, I still have no balloon points. But we shall see. And then finally,
most balloons. Yeah.
Lulu.
So that was the move I was most confident about, which sort of locked in my 2, which meant that I couldn't send my 2 to the desert vendor, which would have been my other best option.
Yeah. So I'm happy with either Billy or the 7 bread, and if Lulu can get that wine, that's great too.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to play the same trick again, Alex. Little spoiler warning for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm picking the 6 mushroom and the 4 meat. And
some flowers. Look at those flowers just clogging up his fridge.
Pretty happy with that. Not gonna lie.
Are you taking just 1 thing then? Yep.
I'm gonna give them to Alex Gordon Shellfish to hold.
Nice. Yeah, we haven't really been talking about Alex's power about threes. I don't know if we've seen a lot of threes, but that's also another thing about that wine that's sitting back there.
Okay, so I'm going to grab all of these, and that means I get all the balloons as well.
All the balloons.
That's pretty nice. Last time we played a balloon game, it was the most crushing defeat I've ever had, so I'm a little nervous about the balloons.
All right, the Midnight Merchant says, welcome, welcome. These are what you've got. Some cheese from yesterday.
I love making Alex break his tie on stuff like this.
Yeah, but that 3 is a wild for me, so I'm gonna grab it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's not just cheese.
Mushrooms are up to
whatever you want it to be. This goes to the Academy.
So here's the thing, Alex, that's going to make you a little bit annoyed.
Oh, I know what you're going to do. I know exactly what you're going to do.
You'll explain to everyone what I'm going to do.
So Peter's going to take the 3 wine. He's happy with the 7 bread or Billy. So if he takes a 3 wine, he denies Lulu her rumor, and if you took the 7 or Billy, I probably would have to take the other one. But yeah, that's
right.
That's
yeah.
rude.
If I took Billy, for example, I just don't think this 3 wine is worth giving me a 7. I absolutely don't think it. So I am gonna take the wine.
So wait, didn't we just decide though that if you took Billy, Alex would pretty much have to take the 7?
So
either way, Peter's happy. This way, he gets to ensure that I don't get the rumor. Yeah.
So that's 2 rounds in a row. We've had 2 twos tied at the Chef Academy, and I've given you the
ever so slightly mean. All right, I'm going to take the 7. You can have Billy.
No way! Wow. I was not expecting that.
Billy has a little, cutthroat symbol on here because Billy can just drop ingredients. Alex. We'll see what happens if that occurs, but Billy can replace the ingredients at a location. We're moving into round 3 of day 1, and when that happens, well, the day is getting away from us. So Tasty Tapas is carrots, mushroom, and hold the bread.
No cheese
we don't
today.
Care about the bread, and we're going to set up town again.
No cheese and no bread today. This is a...
The Garden Tub Shop answers with neither of those things to help you out. And the Desert Vendor, a couple of heart balloons, and some ingredients for you. Spicy cheese. And Dash, one of our recent unlocks. This is really fun. I love that.
Funny. Dash is a recent unlock, but one of the first maybe 5 zoo chefs we came up with. So we've played with Dash many, many times, but I've never played with Dash with the art. So this is a first.
This is really neat. Sandara did a really cool fun pose for Dash.
Yeah.
This will make for a really neat meeple too.
So when I'm not designing games and having Peter Vaughan publish them, I'm also a publisher, and so I do a lot of art direction for my company. And so one of the things that, as an art director, you have to think about is in a board game, the characters have to not only be distinct, but they have to have distinct silhouettes. So Sandara does a really amazing job of the Dash silhouette is so different to the Billy silhouette, is so different to the Lulu silhouette. Okay.
We've figured out your weakness. You say Lulu and sommelier, and then we'll
sommelier. Yeah. Now that you've said it, I'm fine. But sommelier in a vacuum.
All right, the chefs are planning their cards here. Looks like just on the surface that Alex Brandon Shellfish has a little bit more ingredients in her pantry. We'll see. See what happens.
Okay, I'm good. Alex, your turn to talk through your choices here.
All right. So, first off, setting my 1 to Chef Academy. I want Dash going into the second day. So,
gotcha.
Prioritizing Dash. I sent him 2 to the Desert Vendor. My thinking here is if you go there with a 2, fine, I'll lose my tie, whatever, it'll break it for some other thing in the future. But if you go there with a 1, I can pick up both of these 3s. Oh, and those are wilds for me. So that's really just as good for me as going to the soup. I thought about going to the soup truck, but that 3 bisque has less appeal for me in this game with my special power. So
every 3 is a bisque for you, basically.
Yeah, and if I do go to the desert vendor and you don't beat me either outright or on a tiebreak, I can pick up some red balloons.
Plus, there's like balloons that you want, right?
That's right. And then finally, I sent my 3 to the Midnight Merchant. I think this is a big gamble because you have 4 chefs this turn, but I was hoping maybe you wouldn't go there because you were chasing other things, or you would send maybe like your 1 there, and then I could pick up 2 things. So
this is interesting. Alex is not going for soup, so we're gonna see if that.
I went for soup because we're going.
You're trying to break my tie. Yes, sir.
Trying to break your tie, but also I don't have Alex's power, so either Alex's power or Alex. This we've got 3 Alexes in this game. Yeah, Alex. If you ever have playing Alex on a shellfish. And you get the Alex Zoo Chef. That's a Steam achievement unlocked.
There you go.
So yes, I wanted a bunch of soup. I wanted the bisque. I figured it was a pretty good chance you wouldn't go for it. If you did, I'd get to break the tie. I also wanted that, which if you look at how the tie break's going to pan out, I will get because I sent my 2 to the desert vendor also.
Wow.
And then this is the move that I'm most proud of. Billy gets to swap out 3 ingredients. You already have 2 flowers. I figured there was a very low chance you would be going to the garden top shop. So not only do I get to go there, I can swap these out for other ingredients if I so desire.
That is a powerful turn. I am glad you missed on the Midnight Merchant, though.
Yeah, that's pretty nice for you.
All right, here they go. Their plot there. That was a really interesting set of moves there. You see how it all
the
works
only other
out?
option was to send my 2 there, but I couldn't let you have all those flowers, all those balloons. You're just dominating on them way too much.
Yep.
So we're at the soup truck. We're taking the bisque for starters, and then infinite soup. The soup,
which I very much need because my my taking stuff has not panned out with what's in the challenges.
All right, we've got Billy, who is now going to decide: do you replace that? Do you replace anything here?
I think I'm going to take the 5 fish as is, and I'm going to throw out the other 2 and replace them. Whoops, and that gives me the flour.
And they are replaced with a 6 cheese and an allspice.
Oh, not bad at all.
Wow,
very happy with that. Now, annoyingly, cheese is not up today, so I'll have to store that. But a 6 cheese is not a rough one to store.
You can put it with your flowers now.
You can start a
fragrant cheese flowers.
Don't forget, we're playing the cow here. So what we're going to be thinking about is, look, what kind of stomach? You could have a cheese stomach. You know what I mean?
It's interesting because cow and flowers sort of work at odds with each other. Like Alex, in the second last round, he's only going to have 8 storage. So if he wants to give 4 things to the cow,
the flowers sticking with you through the whole game is rough.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
If we had advanced carts, the flowers I would mark as an advanced cart.
All right. Here's going to be me being pretty mean here. I'm only going to be able to get one of these 2 red balloons either way, right? Probably. So.
Well, the orange balloon is. Yeah, I was going to say the orange balloon is really valuable for me.
So I'm denying that to you because then I'm going to immediately, get one of the reds I need. And you still don't have a full set.
Wine is in 2 different things today, so I'm going to take that wine.
Then I'll take the meat and be happy with it.
All right.
And then, annoyingly, you basically get Billy with the Midnight Merchant. Oh, no!
Whoa. What a Midnight Merchant round. This
If only you could store them.
It's got 2 flowers, and the storage is only 5. This is wild.
That's a very good
that you have to hold on to. Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
I mean,
I will be breaking my tie here and taking dash to continue my Zoo Chef supremacy.
Yeah, and this is funny. A cheese spice with no cheese in this round and me having limited storage is basically dead to me this day. So I'm going to take the 2 carrots.
You know what you need? You need an ice cart because the ice cart allows you to increase your storage. Oh, man. Just put those flowers on ice.
Peter, have you ever played with ice and flowers in the same game?
I have not yet.
It's like fire and ice. It's it's really fun. Okay, let's see. So I'm only able to store 4 things. Alex is only able to store 3. Oh, Alex, you get a star because we're at the end of the first day.
So that
2
star
flowers
is
to your 1.
For having the most flowers, you get a star. Your tables at your restaurant are the most decorated, and everyone celebrates that.
From a design development point of view, the switch to a star every day is what really made flowers work.
Right.
The first version was the meanest of all. You didn't get anything for most flowers because flowers was. Do you remember what it was themed as, Alex? It was something really negative. It was like, yep, you go there, you get something awful.
What was it? It was just, do you value whatever you're getting enough to be willing to take the bad thing? Yeah.
So let's look at what they are
feel bad a moment.
serving up here. They're serving up wine and dine, tasty tapas. There's 2 mushrooms. There's 2 carrots in play. So that's gonna be and there's 2 wine. So there's a couple of doubles. That's why we have a shortage of ingredients here. So they're gonna be looking at how well they got soup, or they basically ignored the soup truck. And here's my tip.
Not all of us.
Tip to you all out there: do not ignore the soup truck. It's your friend.
Can I talk through one of my decision-making processes here?
Sure.
Peter,
cheese and
blue Peter Hayward. If you take off your headphones, will you not be able to hear me?
Sure.
Take them off for like 30 seconds. I'm gonna walk. Walk through.
I was gonna mute you.
One of my,
just wave at me when you're done.
All right, but you can still hear me, Peter Vaughn.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
So look at my kitchen here. I've got these 3.
I'm gonna bring the challenges a little bit closer for everybody to see what we're doing here.
I've got 3 sevens, and I've got a bread spice.
Guys, I can't hear you, but I need those. I'm also playing the game.
Oh well, jeez.
I've got 3 sevens and a bread spice.
Hold on. I'm gonna move. I will move them up over here. And if we need to repeat, we'll go look up that over there. Okay.
I can only store 3 of these 4 things, but I want to store all. These are the 4 I would normally want to store.
Yeah.
The bread spice, assuming I don't play my bread in a challenge, which right now there is no bread in the challenge.
Right.
Bread spice basically gives me no value, so I'd be chucking it. But because it would be doubling a 7, it's going to give me basically a 7's worth of value, so it's just as good as wine and cheese. Mm-hmm. Cheese is also not available this day. Wine is, so I'm going to play my 7 wine, and I'm going to keep the bread spice because that's essentially keeping 3 sevens.
Nice. So. All right. So that is what he's thinking about this. I will move these cards back now.
Wave for Peter. He's not paying attention.
Well, I'm moving him back so that it might be the clue. Meanwhile, in the purple kitchen, wow, look at this. He's working on some stuff over here. I will also thank you, Axel. I should have put them in the center. We were improvising there, but they're in the plating mode right now. What they're trying to do, of course, if you've not played the game yet, in rounds 3 and 6, it's the end of day 1 and day 2, and you are plating. You're serving dishes in challenges. Let's say, there's these famous challenges that have come up. The town is clamoring for tasty tapas, and you could answer that call, or you could save ingredients for the final critic. And as you're doing that, you're trying to get the numbers 6, 12, and 21 on these ingredients. If you can serve at least a 6, you can get 1 star. If you can do, say, a 12 here, say by doubling up something and getting up to 12 with ingredients or soup, you can get 2 stars. And then finally, if you could hit that magic 21 by throwing in a ton of ingredients or spicing it up, you can get 4 stars. And in this game, that's the currency, right? We're going for the most stars at the end, and 4 stars is a very effective amount of stars for the ingredient value that you're putting on a plate. If you serve 7s to the critic, you're going to get a star for every 7 worth of value. Here, you're essentially getting a little bit of a discount on that same effort if you can serve these 21s up. So, is everyone ready? Everyone decided what they're serving. It looks like Alex is attempting all 3 challenges, and Peter might just be doing 2 challenges. Is everyone all set?
Do we have you back on audio, Peter? Blue Peter?
We'll get him back.
I'm back.
Hey, all right.
I'm gonna have to go watch the YouTube version of this to see what you guys are talking about.
And I was only talking for like 15 seconds, and then I waved my hands, and you weren't paying attention. So we were just doing regular talking. Yeah, we were just doing regular talking.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at what I usually do. If sometimes when you know the game, you just shout out, I got a 21 and a 12, or I got 3 12s, or 6 and a 21. But let's just say, who did wine and dine? So I like to do that when we're going over the game. Did anyone serve up the wine and dine challenge?
I did indeed.
Yes.
All right, both of you did the wine and dine. Let's look at Peter's and see what you've got.
So I'm very happy with mine because I have saved exactly 4 ingredients and used exactly every other ingredient to hit exactly the thresholds of dishes.
Nice.
I have efficiencyed this.
Okay.
Nice.
So I had 21 exactly.
You have 21 exactly. That is a 4-star dish. It looks like Alex is answering that with his own amazing wine and dine dish.
That's right. So I've got 10,
the 7
17,
wine.
21. And yeah.
Serving up that 7 wine, not saving it for the critic, but serving it up. Has nothing to do with the fact that his fridge is full of flowers at all.
No. I would never.
So they both did really well at that challenge. Now we're going to move on to the next challenge, which is a Street Eats challenge, which is actually our community. That's the first challenge that the community served up. Backers answered the call, and we saw an amazing Street Eat challenge from Jack, who got Sandara to approve that. She was impressed to see that happen. Now, what did Alex do for his Street Eats? Wow.
Did no one take the Zoo Chef? I thought there was a Zoo Chef that someone took.
You took Dash, I believe.
Where is he?
Over here.
Where did Dash go? All right, well, let's look back at the Street Eats that Alex is serving up here. It looks like a lot of low ingredients in your Street Eats, but
it is. So I've got 7 on the carrots, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then this 3 cheese I'm using as a wild wine, which is 21 exactly.
His
very nice
restaurateur.
Oh no, I forgot my Guy Fieri power.
Peter has forgotten his own power. Guy Fieri. Every rumor that you have decreases what you serve, so he does not have to hit 21.
That's right. He needed to hit 19 with those 2 rumors.
I could have too. I think I could have eked another star out of that if I'd remembered. Dang it.
So that's what you're going to blame when you lose.
I was on mute. It's really
it happens. It happens. Very nicely done with your power there, Alex. And now we're moving on to the final challenge, which is a tasty tapas. There's no bread in there. It's just carrots and mushrooms. I'm
going to take back some soup from each of my challenges because I didn't need to spend as much soup as I did.
There you go. Guy Fieri saved you a little soup there. Alex, did you serve that one?
It did. It's over by Peter's in the middle.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So there's yours. So you are getting just barely in there with a 5 and a 1. That is a star. Somehow someone ate that and decided to reward you. It's awful. Just mushrooms.
Just mushrooms. Your favorite thing.
The anti-Peter Von plate.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to pick something else up.
All right. Well, that is the end of day 1.
I also did indeed have to throw out a few things as well because
I had to throw out nothing. I'm so proud of that.
We're at the end of day 1. Let's look at our stars for our champions here.
Swap these out for a 10.
It looks like we've got 10.
I will swap these out for a 10.
We've got a 12-7 battle right here, but it's anybody's game. We're going into day 2. And we're going to reveal the first challenge of day 2, which is the ultimate melt. This time we're not holding the cheese. We're going to get to keep that. We're bringing out ingredients.
Oh, it's Alex.
It's Alex.
There is an Alex in this game, and another Alex in this game, and another Alex in this game.
Can you do it, Alex? Can you get the Alex trifecta? Ultimate melt. So cheese and bread immediately useful. That's always nice.
Yeah, if you save cheese and bread from last time, you have the option to serve it up in the ultimate melt. This is, I believe, the only community dish still remaining if we get somebody to make an ultimate melt and Sandara approves said ultimate melt, we will unlock another social goal. It's been amazing to see Wine and Dine pulled off, Tasty Tapas pulled off, Street Eats pulled off. This has been amazing to see this happen. And we're looking for it in this final push to the end of this Kickstarter. So, wow, looks like the Purple Restaurant knows what they are up to. They're ready to go.
You'd think so. Charlene asks, who is my favorite Alex in the game?
What's really interesting, too, about flowers, by the way, is that since you have to keep flowers, and there was already Alex winning the first day with 2-1 flowers, now it sort of already starts where Peter's behind a little bit because you're scoring flowers stars every day. So now Peter's got to decide how much he's worried about those flowers.
Okay, Alex, where did I go?
All right.
Does this predict where the other person went?
Yeah, it's the day 2 challenge. We gotta. All right. I think you. Okay, so I think Dash went to the soup truck. No, it's before taking your turn. Oh, okay. So I think you sent your 3 to the soup truck, knowing that even if I sent my 3 to the soup truck and broke the tie break, you could break it back with Dash.
So let's talk about Dash really quickly for a second because Dash was just unlocked recently. Dash immediately now Dash is a speed 3, carrying capacity of 3. But if you use Dash, it sends you to the front of the priority track when it's Dash's turn to go. And what you're saying is the reason why you don't think Dash is at the soup truck is because Peter's already at the front.
That's right.
Okay. That's a good call.
And then I think maybe you sent Dash then to Garden Top to catch up to me on flowers, try and get all that stuff, thinking I would duck it, and then be set up at the top of the tiebreak track going into the next 3 locations.
We got cards to play.
And let's see. I think you sent your 2 to Desert Vendor just for value, maybe Midnight Merchant, and then I think you sent your 1 to Chef Academy.
So those were correct. I did not actually go to the soup truck at all today. I sent my 3 to the Garden Top shop. And then I sent Dash to the Midnight Merchant so that I would guarantee myself getting Alex.
That's a good play.
So here's what he's doing is he's actually, because you know that Dash, whether it does well or not in its own position, puts you guaranteed at the front of the Chef Academy. This is one of the reasons why Dash is so interesting. Because if you use Dash at the Chef Academy, you set yourself up for the first round of the next. I mean, like, there's so many interesting ways to use Dash, right?
That, like I said, Dash was, I think, in the first 5 we ever came up with, and he's just so strong. He stayed, like, even as we threw out and redrafted, he stayed exactly as he is. Okay, I'm going to guess that you sent your 1 to the Chef Academy because the triple Alex was too much to pass up on.
Triple Alex.
Had to.
I think you sent either your 2 or your 3 to the Garden Top shop because you thought that I would send my 3 there and you'd be able to snipe me. That's my theory. Nice. And then I don't think you care about soup because of your power. I think, I think your 2 and 3 went here, but it could be either way, honestly.
I think so. It doesn't matter. Look at those balloons. I mean, there's
he does want those red balloons. Those are pretty good. So 2 to the
balloons. I would like 99 red balloons, please. All right, I'm guessing my 2 went to the same place yours did, which I'm not happy about because you'll have the tie break.
And then your 3. Oh, that was not what I was expecting.
The wild 3 is just as good as any other 3 for me, and I want that cheese spice because as keen viewers may remember, I do have that 7 cheese from the previous day. So.
Oh, you kept it. I assumed you spent it. No, you could have spent it. Yeah, so you would have had it.
It wasn't usable.
So I'm very happy with my Midnight Merchant and Chef Academy.
Let's put out actually your workers so that we know what just happened. You took the spice, you took the bisque, and you took an extra soup.
I have not taken the extra soup yet, but I will.
So you also there's infinite soup there, and now we've got a boar at the Garden Top shop.
So wine and mushroom are a little bit risky here because we had 2 wine and 2 mushroom came out on the first day. So it's possible that neither of those come out again. It's entirely possible. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but it is a possibility.
And you get a flower, which ties you.
Now I'm tied on flowers, which is pretty nice.
Here we have a tie break. That means,
and that's this is so good for me. I get to break my tie.
This is the worst. This is the worst thing ever. You win the tie break here. You jump back up to the front, and then you win the tie break here.
So it makes no real difference which one I take, because you're going to take a red. So I might as well just deprive you of not taking a red to try to stop my star from happening here.
Sure.
And then cheese is up today, so I will take that cheese.
Just as a reminder, they're getting the balloons for free when they pick the ingredient. Peter's just doing that in the opposite order.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, no worries at all. But you grabbed your ingredient, so it's all good.
I genuinely don't know if carrot's going to come out today, because we've already had 2.
Wow, yeah, we had 2 carrots.
And the remaining carrot is in the rightmost slot, which means if it's the third one, it'll get 86th. So I am going to take 3, which is wild for me.
Tell us if you've heard the term 86th, because the hold token, hold the bread or hold the cheese, we were considering calling that the 86 token. I don't know if anyone's heard that term in a restaurant. 86 the bread.
I had not. It's a very American term. Okay, now Peter, if you can pull 2 7s for me like you did with Alex, that would be very nice. I would like that a lot.
1, 2, 3.
It's not tragic. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Not close at all.
But,
now you go to the front of the priority track because you're dashed. Voila, you're going to spend your front of track and go back to the back. Because
now I could take that 3 carrot.
My boy. I'm taking my boy.
Look, Alex.
Allspice is not a bad consolation there, though.
I mean, seriously, right? And then this 3 carrot gets
I had to use mine last round.
thrown into the soup. And we're into round 5 of day 2 here. There's comfort food now. That's our third
wine did come back out. Interesting.
All right, and we're going to bring out some ingredients here. The Garden Top Shop heard that wine was important and grabbed a nice bottle for sale, and the desert vendor knows that 7s, of course, are important and brought out one of those.
Ooh.
And then the Chef Academy is all about the meat. This particular meat was grown on a tree in Vermont.
in Critter, Vermont.
Yeah.
In Critter, Vermont. Critteropolis? I believe I believe Newton is from Critteropolis.
That's right, yeah.
My favorite zoo chef has come out both of our games.
Peter is out. How does the skunk? We did see that in the first matchup between these two, and had just unlocked it.
And I think Alex got it and skunked me with it, as he always does.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now let's while they're considering what they're going to do, let's think about this. What would you do if you were them and you knew that comfort food was out here? There's a lot of bread, and you know the cow is out. So this is precisely the moment you should be thinking about what your 4 stomachs are going to be holding. What are you going to hold 4 of in this game? And then here's their choices of where they would go. What would you go for if you're in either of these two? I'd love to know.
Okay.
Wait. Ellie has fun fact. There's no agreed upon origin for 86. Interesting. No agreed upon origin. Now we also have a question from Riley. Does the Green Restaurant have the smell of freshly grown raw meat? We don't know the answer to that, but someday we will find out when we visit whatever we're going to call the Green Restaurant. For everyone who's in the chat, there is a vote right now on Kickstarter. The update not only unlocked an octopus, not only unlocked metal coins, but also we're showing the Green Restaurant, which Sandara would like to know what we should name it on the building. And we put out some choices there. I don't know what everyone's voting for, but there's a lot of good ones. There's 10 really good choices.
Yeah, the Green Restaurant used to be known for its brunch, but unfortunately they don't serve it anymore after an incident. Because, critters who live in glass houses shouldn't throw scones.
Oh no, we've been canceled, everybody. That was
all right, back it up.
I am not happy with my choices in the slightest.
I'm not super thrilled either. But do you want to guess at me first?
Two directions I was considering going, and I've flip-flopped between them twice, so I just got to pick one. Okay, I'm gonna try and guess what Alex did. So
here's the thought process. What you know? What do you know about Alex?
Okay,
he wants these all these balloons are valuable to him.
Yeah, and actually, with how many red balloons are already out, that there aren't infinite of each color, right? So
right.
Yeah.
So he definitely went here. And then the question is just whether he sent the 1, 2, or 3, and that's what I kept flip-flopping on. So I don't think he sent the 3. I think the 3 is just too risky of me like sniping that fish and him just being left with some 2s. It's between the 1 and 2. I think he sent the 2 to the desert vendor.
Okay.
Now he knows I have Alex and there's no bread out, so there's a pretty good chance he sent his 2 to the Midnight Merchant. And this is why
you're saying I have 2 2s.
And he would he's changing what your 2 is. Now the reason why you're saying this 2 would go to the Midnight Merchant is because you know that Alex is a 3 and therefore he would be going faster than you.
And this is my only chance at getting bread.
Okay, all right. Because and just for the viewers at home, the bread spice does not count for grabbing a bread.
Yes.
It is a spice.
So I think I don't like this. You could go either way. I have no idea. And if you sent your 2 like somewhere else entirely, I'm flummoxed. But this is what I just kept going back and forth and picking up my cards and replaying them. So I think you want the balloons more than you want to snipe that from me. Maybe you sent your 1 there to stop me from getting that, and then tried to scoop everything up the Chef Academy. That's my guess. I don't know.
You know what? That was actually pretty close.
Oh, wow. Hey, okay.
Literally just swapping these 2. Yeah, that was my thought process. I went here to stump you on the bread. I went here to guarantee the 7 because I've got the tie break, and then I sent here to clean up anything that was left over.
Oh, I didn't factor in. So one important thing is if you have the tie break and you send your workers out like this, you are guaranteed to get this unless there's like zoo shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
You're guaranteed because because the thing that you got to look at if you have the tie break is your mouse is your absolute first ability to be first. And if you were to say send the boar here, you could screw it up. If any larger creature goes before your mouse, you can get messed up. So that's why you should be sending in subsequent locations if you can. So
hey, Alex, what did I do?
What did Peter do?
Oh, okay.
Now keep in mind now that I've seen yours, I might change mine.
And for everybody at home, keep in mind that while they're thinking this, there's still the rumors at play about the cow.
Yeah.
There's stuff going on in this game.
So
yeah, with carts, restaurateurs, and like some of the critics, it really like for me moves this game into like midweight, territory.
So both of the scenarios you laid out had me sending someone to the Midnight Merchant to snipe your alpaca.
Yeah.
Which I'm wondering then, did you just not send it there? Like that would have been my guess that you sent it there to gamble on the bread. But if you were reading me that I was going there, I'm not sure. I'm gonna say you still went there and maybe hope that I sent the 1 and there were 2 breads or something that came out. Yeah. All right.
Still went there. It's too good.
It's a star. It's a free star.
Catch up in stars, so this is a worthwhile gamble, right?
The only alternative was sending him to the soup truck, but I just don't think carrots are going to come out. So
we are currently tied on flowers.
Yes.
And I know that you like to beat me on ties. I think you sent your 3 to Garden Top.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at this. Alex is reading it.
Okay. So then you would also I know you really want Skeeter. The question is, did you want it bad enough that you sent a 1, or did you assume like you did correctly that I sent my 3 and tried to ride that line with your 2?
It's slightly the wrong question. I do want Skeeter, but more than that, I want to catch up on.
Oh, okay. So then you sent your
so
your
far
1.
ahead.
Yeah.
You're so far ahead on balloons.
Well, I would have said 1 for Chef Academy, and then I probably would have said 2 for Desert Bender. So I feel pretty
Very
good.
nicely done.
I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
So now there's a boar at the Garden Top shop cleaning up.
I'll take it
and
all.
Getting ahead in flowers.
And wine came out today, which really influenced that decision for sure.
Getting ahead in flowers. And then there is a mouse that gets to go first at the desert vendor.
Now you can take that 2 mushroom if you want, Alex. It's yours if you want it.
3.
I mean, I'm definitely taking the 7, obviously.
7.
I was like, that was a very long pause.
I'm trying to think through the balloon game right now, right? Because so here's the thing: is like red is pretty limited, but if I take the blue, you'll have 2 reds. You'll never want to see another red balloon again. You might hate draft it from me.
Let me ask this question too: if there's not enough people, do the balloons go back in the stack or they go out?
They go out.
They go out. Okay.
So yeah, we already lost this red one that floated away earlier.
I think that might be it for. So let's say there's 7 rounds, 3 each, and then so there's
27. There are 27 balloons in the stack.
Just to be really clear, so that you both know, we are going to put 30 balloons in this game.
Yeah.
To cover our 6 and 7 player modes, because everyone starts with a balloon, and so we've got to make sure there's enough balloons. But in this particular module, there are 27 balloons, which means there's 9 of each.
So there's 27 balloons, 9 of each, which means
1 left.
There's 1 left after this. That is rough.
And it might not come out. It might be one of the 3 remaining.
Right.
Oh gosh, I think I'd have to take a red. I don't know why I'm stressing so much about these balloons, but I'm doing it.
I think you had to. I think that was the right choice.
Yeah.
All right. So Peter gets some 2s, but he got the balloons that he was desiring. And now here is let's see if the alpaca finds bread today.
It'd have to be 3 bread for me to get it.
Yes, that's true.
Oh,
wow.
That's so nice for you.
Alex, we're in a Shelley with all wilds.
You probably want to leave me with a mushroom because that's not out yet.
Yep.
But what you don't know is that I am illiterate. I think mushrooms are bread, so I get a star either way.
Oh, nice.
There is a pun in the chat. When you make your house incredibly large, you end up with 2 mushroom.
Slusher, so you really sound like a fungi. Yeah.
Okay. So what you don't know, Alex, is that I am very low on meat. So
okay,
I'm very tempted to take this 5 meat just to it's in a challenge today. Skeeter's only a 1. The thing is,
tempted, but you're not going to.
Well, the thing that's really swaying me is that you always hit me with Skeeter. I'm spending a grab now in exchange for not losing 2 in a moment, so I am going to take Skeeter. But if I was playing with anyone else, I don't think I would have.
Interesting.
Wow.
And I lose a little bit of value here because I'm only going to get 2 with my board, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to the soup truck again, and we're going to go into round 6, last one of day 2. It's going to be Coastal Fusion.
Hold the carrots.
Hold the carrots. Fish and cheese. We did have someone, Stephanie, attempt Coastal Fusion and said that it was the first time her family shucked oysters and did that on behalf of Critic Kitchen. That's really funny to find that out. Now, I'm going to put up some ingredients here. This is where the cow is definitely becoming important. You got to be thinking about your cow stuff.
Spicy. So one thing to think about here is that there's no mushrooms. We know that mushrooms aren't going to be used in challenges. However, if you have a bunch of mushrooms, that doesn't mean they're a waste because you can feed the cow up to 4 of them.
That's right.
For anyone who's played in our TTS and had those rounds where sometimes you can't use those ingredients, like Peter just said, the cow makes it so that you can stock up on something. Especially too, what's interesting is everyone else might be avoiding that thing. You could scoop up. I saw a game we played on Unfiltered Gamer on Sunday night, and bread was not needed, and all that bread piled up in the soup truck. But if there had been the cow out there, people would have been rushing for that bread possibly, or one of them would have been rushing for that bread.
I need to remember I have Guy Bieri's power. That's very important.
You have 2 rumors, which means you do not have to serve a 6, a 12, and a 21 when you get there. Yeah. All right, so Celia the Python is out, and she rewards in the last round if you grab meat. We'll see if anyone wants to go get Cecilia. It was an interesting game at Unfiltered Gamer because a bunch of people new to the game, they were letting the zoo chefs go home no work for the sous chefs.
Yeah, I saw that. That was interesting.
Yeah. And there's going to be other people who just focus on sous chefs. So it's going to be an interesting thing to see how that does for everybody.
Hang on, don't reveal yet. I want to check some other things before I lock in my final choices. Because of both the flowers and the cow is genuinely a really interesting combination. Because it drastically changes like what you're saving and what you're spending. So
it changes what you're saving and spending because it's very hard to pull off that forced stomach. Is that what you're saying?
That and with limited storage space, especially.
Right, yeah. You cannot get a big cow stomach. I mean, it's going to put a lot of pressure on that final round to scoop up the right stuff.
Yeah, it's rough. And with some of the rumors, which I won't talk about.
Oh, I forgot all about the rumor. Check my rumor.
You have the one I don't have.
For the
so
audience,
I don't know
the audience may also have forgotten. So we're going to look at Alex's rumor right now, so everybody can be reminded about that.
Someone in chat said we're at 7776 backers. We are one away. Everybody phone a friend.
Alex,
somebody
maybe you
take
should
a picture of that if you can. Screenshot that for us while we're doing this. Now I'm going to look at Peter's rumors. He knows the question mark and the exclamation point. We'll start with the exclamation point to remind everyone what that is. And then we'll go look at the question mark to remind you what that is all about.
Yes. I think, and...
Oh my god, this is stressful.
Yeah.
The way the rumors combine with critics is so much fun.
It's and then you get the restaurateurs and the different modules. Okay. Alex, I think I'm picking yours first.
Yeah.
No, I think I just did that.
I don't even know what I did. I have no clue what you did. I have no clue what I did.
Wow. Well, should we just flip this one then?
Yeah,
let's just flip them. Let's do it.
Let's just get into it. They'll be as surprised as everyone. Apparently, both of them went to the Desert Vendor, and both of them went with the Chef Academy.
My Skeeter did not hit. So
Skeeter just got you skunked out a small creature, which is not going to do anything. Here we've got boars by themselves and a tiny grab at the Midnight Merchant. So we go to the soup truck first, where a purple boar is ready to take all three things. Nope, two.
Just
oh,
soup.
Wow. Yep. Did you take four there?
I didn't mean to, but I did.
Yeah. The TTS mod does grab. We got to watch these purple boars. All right. So
if only the soup was in some kind of, I don't know, horizontal structure instead.
All right. So there's a red boar now who is taking some serious amount of fight.
All three of these. I don't even necessarily. This was a weird play. So
I thought that was a weird play when I saw it.
I didn't want to waste my one going there, but I actually did want the flowers.
You wanted the flowers because you're trying to tie that star.
I figured this way, I guess we'll both take one, or neither of us will take one. But
we'll take one.
We'll both friendly ties. But then that gives me a shot going into the final round to actually take that extra star. So I don't know. It's a little bit of future gambling, but I really didn't want Peter to get 2 stars out of it, guaranteed. So
right.
All right.
Alex
break my tie here. I will take the 4 meat.
Wow. And a balloon.
And I will take the blue balloon.
I will happily take 5 wine and a balloon.
I'll take a 4 wine and the yellow balloon.
The other reason why I like the fact that you change the flowers up with the scoring to be every round is it's different than balloons, right? Balloons, it's like the end game is all of the end game, and flowers is during the game as well.
I'm going to start decorating my restaurant.
All right. Midnight Merchant.
Some of those 7s, that would be nice.
How about the lowest possible things I could get?
Oh, I mean, I'll take it, but I'm not happy about it. I think I'm going to take that 4 fish. I think that's my best play.
All right, and those go to the Chef Academy. And at the Chef Academy, it looks like it is going to be Skeeter.
So Cecilia here is double valuable. So Cecilia A is a 3, but her power is that if she takes meat, she takes an additional item, which, considering our very low storage space and the fact that we have the cow, if I can get that to trigger at all, like even just taking one extra thing, that's incredibly valuable.
Yeah, I really wanted Cecilia this game.
Yeah, Cecilia with the cow, giving you that ability to pull possibly a bunch of ingredients. Plus, also, I'm thinking this meat's not going to get picked up, which means Cecilia has a place to go.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should take that meat then.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. Really,
I'll take the 6 mushroom.
I mean, then the 6 mushroom is just lying around. All right, into the soup with you.
Yeah,
wow, that soup is very varied and interesting. Now they're going to be putting their dishes up for ultimate melt, comfort
these
food.
flowers are just killing me.
2 cheeses, 2 fish, 2 bread. This is all about the 2s in this 2-player matchup. Wow. In the purple kitchen, they're just getting drunk. What's happening? And the red kitchen is deciding.
I'm going to write 2 above each of them so I remember.
Now, what has Alex seen? Alex has seen this ... If we can remember, if the chat remembers what that is. There's a couple of rumors playing very interestingly together.
Now, I do want to confirm something. If I use one of my 3s as a wild for my restaurateur power, I can spice it with the spice that would go with the thing I'm using it as.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to, but you can.
Yeah, becomes that thing.
You mean because it's a 3, I wouldn't want to, but if I had to.
No, I mean because you don't want to get points. You're not trying to win, are you? Oh, no. It's so gauche.
Well, I thought I'd copy your strategy. So,
while they're doing the planning, let's look at our balloon. Let's look at the balloon situation.
Oh, I'm not in a good position here. I don't like this at all.
That's definitely zoomed in on the wrong set of 3 challenges.
If you look over here, you will serve up. Yeah, definitely not the right things. So yeah, it's really interesting to see what they're gonna do about this. Now let's think about that. They've got Ultimate Melt and Coastal Fusion, both which have fish and cheese. So then you're trying to decide: do you split up your fish and cheese, or do you focus to get that big plate? Are you going to put your 7s and high numbers in play, or are you going to hold those back? We're getting real close to the end of restaurant week, so you don't know if you're going to see anything come back anymore.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
And are the challenges going to be that impressive when you've got flowers going on? Well, ideally, flowers does cause you to spend all the things you can. So if you got the right ingredients, you're going to spend them. Playing games to win, ew. It's all about the fun. And if it's all about the fun, I think we're all winning at Critic Kitchen right now. I love watching these matchups. I love watching these because I also am trying to someday learn how to beat the designers.
You've won at least once.
I make a rule that if once I can beat the designer in a game, it is possible that we'll publish that game. But until then, it's I don't know.
I really think I should have taken that meat. I think that meat's going to mess me up.
Doesn't have.
I mean, Skeeter didn't even trigger.
Doesn't have meat for his comfort food. But did he go to get enough soup then?
I did not.
Alex didn't get a lot of soup, but somehow he's feeling. Doesn't look like he's sweating it.
I'm okay with this. I had a little bit of a lead built up. So.
And while Peter is still going, let's talk about the 2 you plated.
So I've got comfort food here. Got 9, 10, 11, 12. The soup needs to go.
Yeah, you do need to add that to get a 21.
And then down here you've got Coastal Fusion. So I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The meat is going to be a cheese or a fish, or maybe a cheesy fish, and then I'm doubling it. Oh, shoot! I built that around. No! Hang on. That was when I was looking. That was when I was looking at the other 3 wrong challenges because I was going to use this carrot. So I have to throw this bisque out here then. Yeah.
Okay. So he's using the bisque because he's got to get that up to 12.
Which then means this has to get thrown away, which stinks.
Okay, I think this is as good as I can get.
He has enough flowers that he can't hold more than 10. Those all count. That means that is going to go. That is unfortunate.
Peter, we both get a star for our flowers being tied.
Oh, yes.
They're going to take their flower stars right now. You're going to give one to Peter, or Peter's grabbing it.
I got it.
And then, Alex, so you got a 21 and a 12. Is that what you got?
That's right, yep.
And then we're going to move over to Peter and see what he is planning down. Don't forget, you are Guy Fieri.
Yes. I think he says that to himself in the mirror every single day. Okay. So over here, I don't like any of this, but I can only hold 7 things. And these are the 7 things I've decided to hold. I can't spend any of these mushrooms or carrots, so they're just getting thrown out. So here I have my extra 2 from Guy Fieri, and these fish make 10. And then this cheese, bisque, and cheese makes 21. So that's a 21. Pretty happy with that.
Okay, that's 4 stars for that.
In the middle here, I've got 9 from just wine by itself.
All wine and soup, everybody.
Two from the Guy Fieri, so that's 11. And then I just need soup to bring it up to the 3 required ingredients. So not amazing, but you know what? It is what it is. And then over here, so theoretically, this bisque could get me a star at the end of the game for just having most soup.
Right. Sure.
Or the secret one could be, what's it called, Big Dipper or something like that. I don't know. So this is a bit of a gamble, but I'd rather take the guaranteed star here. So this is 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 2, and then if I could have swapped this out, but I didn't want to for various reasons. So I'm so annoyed about it.
Wait. You don't have a 12. Why wouldn't you just hold this then? Because Guy Fieri can get you there. Oh, you need to actually have all 3 ingredients.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You can't just use Guy's power. You have to represent all 3 ingredients on the challenge. There is, of course, bread that's not covered, so you got to spend your bisque to hit that bread.
Yeah.
And use it up.
I don't have any spare bread or meat, which has just completely wrecked my, it means all my soup has just gone towards filling in ingredients and not adding to my numbers. So yeah,
got you.
It's a rough round.
You hit a 21, a 12, and a 6.
And it's 6. Yeah.
So 1 of each.
So that's a total of, what's that? 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7 stars.
All these ingredients now are going to go back into the bag. They could come back up.
So I'm pretty worried going into the end here because Alex has more challenge stars than me, and I think he's been taking better ingredients than me. So I think he's actually in a really good spot on 2 different levels. I'm hoping that my knowledge of the rumor managed to eke out a victory, which it almost did last time. I was only 2 stars off, I think.
How's your
the star count right now is 15 for Guy Fieri to 19 for Alex Guerra Shellfish, and a tie in flowers.
How's your pantry doing, Peter? Did you have to throw
I have exactly 7 things in it.
After
I have all these
away.
extra carrots and mushrooms.
All right. Now, here's the audience can guess. If you had to guess right now what ingredient cow stomach that either of these 2 would be trying to do.
Such a gamble.
I don't think right now you can make a solid guess because they're wiped out. But let's see what happens in the final day here. We don't need these challenges anymore. So get rid of all these because we are
today
going into the last day where there is no refrigeration. Now the flowers are your friend because you don't have to worry about any limits in the final moments here. Wow, is Cecilia happy or what? Look at the meat choices all in this game.
Is beautiful.
This is a beautiful round 7. Look, there's some great choices. Still balloons to grab. There's still flowers that could break the tie-in flowers. There's the Midnight Merchant. We don't even know what's over there. And there's Cecilia in play. There's so much going on. And there's the build-up to your cow stomachs.
Yeah.
Could we go back and forth on our backer?
Okay, this is pretty solid for me. I'm not unhappy with this in the slightest.
Did we get to there? Oh, we're still waiting for that last backer.
Apparently someone's unbacking and rebacking to try to hit.
They want to be the one. I understand. I do understand.
Okay, Alex, do you want to guess what I'm doing, or do you want me to talk it through?
Talk it through.
Okay. I really want that 7 meat. So I have heavily prioritized that because it's not only 7 meat,
No,
it also gets me the flowers. So that is key to my whole thing. Now, in order to do that, I can't play at the soup truck. As lovely as the soup truck would be for me right now, I can't play there. So
you do not want to mess it up once you've decided that you're doing that.
So I want Cecilia to have a chance at getting meat. So I'm sending her there. She might be sniped, who knows, but it's worth the gamble. I really want to do at least one more set of flowers. So I'm going to take my chances of getting 2 of these at the Desert Vendor. Mm-hmm. And then the only other place I've left is the Chef Academy for my 3, so that's where I'm throwing it.
Oh,
how bad did that screw you up, Alex?
So bad.
I'm so happy. That was the simplest decision tree I've ever seen.
I should have known you'd send the 1 to get the flowers. Yeah.
Well, what you don't know is that I have had this meat spice clogging up my inventory since round 1 that I've never been able to spend because I've never had meat. So it's really sunken cost, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to justify that this meat spice is going to win me the game, so I'm taking that 7 meat.
I mean, there's nothing I could have done to get those flowers. Even if I'd sent my 1 there, I would have lost.
Right. Because Peter did not fall into the trap of the soup truck. So
I did send my 3 to the Midnight Merchant. So
I thought you might send your 3 to soup truck to try to take my tie and get the Garden Top Shop. That's the standard.
Do you want to see something real stupid?
Yeah.
Whoa!
I
that
thought
just
you
to
might.
Stop Cecilia?
That was just to stop Cecilia.
Wow.
Oh, so I get everything from the Chef Academy that I want. Oh, this is a very good round. Now there is.
Did Alex fumble too much here in this round? Let's see what happens.
If you look at my screen, Peter, and you look at the question mark rumor, there is 1 ingredient that I desperately need, and Alex doesn't know what it is, so we're going to see if that comes out.
So you look over there, and you look over here. Okay. And then you look over at the board here.
Yeah. There is something that I need, and there is a pretty good chance it won't come out.
Wow. Yeah, that's difficult.
Alex, what would you like with your mouse at the soup truck?
Oh, man, don't say it like that. That's rude. Oh, God.
The mouse would like to take a little bit of sriracha. I see some sriracha at the back of the truck.
I've got some gaps down here for sure.
The 3 power is strong, though. That's really going to help you.
That's true. A 3 could be anything. So,
anything. What does he need for gaps? What is he looking for?
Yeah, I'm going to take this 3 carrot.
Here we have a tiny little mouse who is definitely not going to take the 7. Oh, sorry.
No hesitation. Not even an instant. That's a star
taking the flower.
And a star, and that's a 3-star move right there.
Lizard at the Desert Vendor by themselves.
Oh, by myself. I wasn't expecting that.
I feel like Alex didn't have enough gaps.
I know I'm taking these 2 just because that's a star by itself, and I know I'm taking the wrong order, Peter. That's how I think.
Fine.
So, Alex, pretend you don't know this, but my cow stomach's looking pretty dismal. So this is just a guaranteed improvement to part of it. But so I'll take these 2 and I'll be flexible later.
Yeah. So he's trying to figure out which one's going to form the stomach.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the Midnight Merchant, they're going to be fighting over
a meat.
Wow, there's a meat there and some cheese. That could define the stomach, possibly.
Oh, I'm breaking the tie?
Yep.
Okay. I got to take that meat because the thing I need didn't come out, so I got to try to draw it.
Oh, here it goes. Out of the bag. He pulls spice. Which is exactly what he wanted, right?
No. Had I, I'll tell you now, Alex, if I'd drawn a fish, that would have been a 5-6 star swing. Like it's nuts what a difference that makes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now let's see. The Chef Academy is just a bore over there, but you do get to take what you like.
I'll take an allspice, and then I'll tell you now that my cheese stomach's looking pretty nice here, because that's another 9.
Alex,
nothing else I take will look that good.
Going on.
I don't think I can get any other stomach that's that good. Oh, I'm so annoyed that fish didn't come out. All right, let's take this and this.
Doesn't matter, but I'm going to throw the wine into the soup. All right. They're going to be plating up now for the cow a Critic meal. They're going to be trying to make a best of one of each course, one of each ingredient.
We hit 7777.
Yay! 7777. Thank you, everybody. That's
Alex,
awesome.
you good?
I am. Man, cow with flowers is really interesting.
Cow with flowers is rough. Even if we were playing again today, there's a chance I would just be like, you know what, forget flowers. I'll let you have them, and I'm just going to go hard on...
Yeah.
Oh, boy, this is going to crush me.
Okay, so they have their courses set up. We're going to go through the order here, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to most soup. What are you pulling up? Oh, you're trying to see if a fish would have come out in the next 10 crabs?
Did we just forget to put fish in the bag at all? What's happening here? Hey, look,
I got the fish. All right.
That fish is a 7.7 star swing for me.
Is it a 7777? Okay, let's most soup.
I have
Does anyone have soup? Nobody?
No, not with the flowers out. It's
I almost took one soup instead of that 5 cheese.
And that would have been a star.
It would have, but I think Peter was saying he already had a good cow stomach for cheese, so giving him that 5 would have been almost a star to him.
Sure. So is there a tie for most soup when both players have 0, or is it a 0 for each of you?
It ends up being the same score, so it doesn't matter. So whatever makes you happy.
No, but I mean, if there were more players, if everyone was 0.
I would say ties are friendly, but you still have to have
a
tie on it. Like if neither of us took any balloons, we would both get a balloon.
Yeah, if you're not serving anything, that feels like that.
Because then it's consistent with stuff like Big Dipper, where you can't be like, I served a 0 bread. No, you just didn't serve bread.
Right. So then we go to all 7 courses.
No,
I turned bread into wine.
Hey, look at that. Bread into wine over there. I was actually wondering if you were going to build up your stomach, and I was like, oh, it's too bad Alex lost his wine course. But what a way to play Alex Guarnaschelli.
Yeah, if I had, I could have shoved him in somewhere, but I think getting all 7 was useful.
Well, especially when you see the rumor.
Go for best of each course. Best of each course, we're going to serve bread first.
That's Alex.
All right, at 14.
That's a 14 for bread. That's a star. Now we're going to serve up carrots. Looks like that's going to Peter for a star. And we're serving up cheese.
That's me.
That's a 14 plus 19. 5. 19 beats a
15.
15, yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going for fish. We know that's not Peter.
Yeah, I have 14 there.
And Alex had that. Meat.
I do have the 14 there, so that's a star.
14 meats. Mushroom course.
Mushroom, and you got wine.
And he took wine. So that's 4 stars for Peter, 3 for Alex.
It's not going to be enough. He's got this one. I'm so annoyed about that fish.
So we're going to go into rumors now, and we're going to flip over the first rumor, which happens to be Picky. Which, by the way, I believe is unlocking very soon. This is how it works. If you serve all 7 courses, gain stars equal to your lowest number plated, something that Alex had no idea was going to happen. And his lowest number is 3, so he gets 3 stars.
Nice.
So this here, Alex, that would have gotten me all 7, which is a star, and
you
then
would have to leave your 3 cheese off, but yes.
Yeah, but like it's then my lowest is a 5, which I was working out really aggressively, so that's another 5 stars.
Oh my god, that's
so rough.
Missed being picky with the fish, unfortunately, got you. Now this one is mercurial. Gain stars equal to the difference between your highest and lowest, which is very interesting considering picky is forcing you to try and go big numbers.
But the cow stomach means that you can throw in a 3 or a 2.
Right.
So we both get 4 stars for that.
So you're both getting 4 stars because you're going from 3 to 7.
I like that one a lot. That's a
lot of fun. All right, and then the last one, we're not going to store stars for this because it is a fanatic, a bread fanatic, meaning that your final bread number is going to be double. The best stomach in this game would be a bread stomach. All right, now we move on to scoring that final meal, in which case we will add up all your numbers. This is where everyone flips their board. Not their board, but their board. And
we forgot the flowers and balloons.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
If there are cards in play, we do need to score the stars for those. So the flowers goes to Peter, gets a star, and the balloon sets.
We each got 3, but I had 1 more balloon, so I'll get the bonus star.
So you each get 3 stars, and Alex gets a bonus star for most balloons.
Brutal.
All right, so now we have the scoring of your critic.
Don't forget to double your bread, too.
And don't forget to double the bread. So if we go over to Alex, for example, that would mean that he has a 7, and it's spice, that's a 14, but now it's going to be a 28 because it's doubled again. And then he gets 3 for carrot, and then he's adding his 19 for cheese, and then he's adding 14 for his fish course. And then now he's allowed to just go 2 down like that because they built these by 7s. And so when you get a 7 or a 14, you can just move down a row. He's added his meat, he's added his mushroom, and he's doubling his bread from 3 to... Actually, that's not bread, that's wine. Sorry. Right. You've already doubled your bread. That 3 is a 3. And Peter managed to loop all the way around and get 11 stars for his critic meal. And so once you've gotten your stars, Alex got 12 stars, Peter got 11. You add that to your existing stars that you had, and we find out who got the most stars. It looks like
crushed.
Peter has a 38, but Alex serves up a 46. Is the most prestigious restaurant in town. Alex,
so even my 6 fish wouldn't have saved me there, I don't think.
It would have been really close.
It would have been closer.
I mean, you're talking about 6 value on the track plus.
I would have been at 45.
Yeah, that would have felt way worse though. So silver linings.
Oh. Yeah, Axel makes a good point in the chat.
And Plesiosaur says, "Damn, guess that COVID is still hitting hard."
The C stands for COVID. Yeah.
After our last stream, I slept for like 12 hours.
From losing every time to winning every time it's streamed, Alex is on a roll now. He loves that bread.
A dinner roll.
It also did help a little bit that your 3 at the midnight version got you 2 7s.
That was nice.
That was love those moments. That was interesting because I thought Alex really had that last round was tough. But
yeah, you played that last round perfectly. If a fish had come up, it would have been super
fish had come up, it would have been everything. Yeah. I even got the draw. So like I could have taken this fish, but risked, breaking my tie, etc., etc. But it was absolutely worth it to
take that. But you take that fish, and then you get a star. But then your picky is down to 2.
But my mercurial would have been up by 1.
Yeah, your mercurial would have been up by 1. So it would have been
like 4-star swing. Something like that.
What I was really hoping to do was build a giant bread stomach. That would have been really nice, knowing the
right.
Because
you knew the bread rumor.
But as you may remember, I couldn't get bread that whole game. I was just like struggling to get bread, and especially hold it with the flowers.
The flowers make it tough.
Yeah, flowers plus cow is a really interesting play.
Yeah.
Personally, if I'm rigging this game up, now I don't know when players play this game, if you're gonna just deal out cards randomly or deal out the critic randomly or engineer your own. I personally love the cow a little bit more without flour. I would love that ability for everyone to pivot their best stomach. So I probably wouldn't like that combo, but I did like to see flowers and balloons. I like to see this matchup though of things.
Yeah. Well, and anyone who watched the last stream will remember our soup truck was completely overflowing, right? So it's nice to see the two ends of the spectrum of these are two carts that really kind of limit the items that we're putting on the board, and then the other ones is where it kind of goes crazy. So.
Right, because balloons are not adding anything, and you're getting free balloons, but you're not doing anything with it. And flowers are actually forcing you to throw stuff away, and your big plays. Plus, we also didn't see zoo chefs that were grabby. We didn't see the ones that were taking everything like
last time. I think we had the most possible extra tokens you can have, because we had the monkey and we had who was it, the zoo chefs come out, the sloth,
the giraffe.
And we had the giraffe, and we had more things in the carts. Like it was literally the most tokens you can possibly have in a 2-player game.
By the way, we have some comments. Celestial says, "Good game. You're always so fun to watch," which is very nice.
Thank you.
We've got congrats to Alex from Axel, but also another fun. Alex says, "That was fun. I could stomach one more designer game," which. Luckily for you, there is one more designer game.
And this next one is worth 2.1 points. So, Peter, if you win the next one, you'll actually...
Very nice.
I'm just happy that you finally won a second game. It's been years. It's been very exciting. I don't know if this is too technical, but I'm looking at what I served here. I had this is what I ended up serving. I had this 3 bread, and it occurs to me I could have made my cow stomach. I would have lost 9 points and 6 points from the carrot. I would have gained 12 points. I would have taken a star off Alex, which I didn't know, so I wouldn't have necessarily done that. It's little micro decisions like that in this case, I think I would have been up exactly 1 star and Alex would have been down exactly 1 star. It would have been a huge gamble, but it's interesting. Like stuff like the cow just lets you make those little decisions.
Yeah. I think that plus grabbing that little fish is just something that you play the game, you're going to start to find out whether those moves are good, not good, whether or not they're paying off for you. Also, the best of is such an interesting part of the game that came in a little bit late, but what it does now is it allows you to go, okay, which one is so-and-so winning? Like basically I saw they're going to take the meat one, so I'm not going to spice the meat one, or I'm not going to focus on that, or they are going to, it's head to head. If I just get one more, I could take that.
Yeah. No, the zoo chefs that come out each round, that started as a cart, and then the best of that started as a critic, and so they both sort of shifted from like modules into the core game, and the game's much stronger for it, of course.
Yeah. So
I liked Axel's comment there. I think that's a good idea.
Oh, should we have a producers and designers game? Get Brad and yourself on the table with Peter and Alex. Now we do love
as well. Do a full 5.
Yeah, Chris, we got Lauren. We could have a big game. Can we have
a 7-player cardboard alchemy game? That would be so fun.
We do love to play this game. There's a lot of fun we've been having with, especially the carts, but all the zoo chefs as well. We definitely have been diving into the combos and seeing that happen. Like I said earlier, I barely ever win, but on those rare occasions when I can pull it off, it's great. It's a lot of fun.
Alex, you when we first designed it, you didn't like Alex Guana Shellfish. How do you feel now?
You mean the power?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because I think what else is going on really, pushes things in one direction or another. I found her very flexible this game. This was like
the first time we played, if you're okay with me telling the story, you were like, nah, this power's not interesting, let's cut it. And I was like, whoa, hang on, wait. I want to try it. And then I tried it, and I think I crushed you with it. And I was like, I want to keep this in. You're like, look, I trust you. So I'm curious, like, if you've now had the experience that I had with her.
I think, yeah, absolutely. Do you remember it used to have a different name or theming too?
Oh, we've shifted all the restaurateurs' names around so much, I can't remember anymore.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting because you were loving that you could grab any 3. I think Alex at the time was playing such really tight games that he was like, I don't need to go grab those threes, you know.
Yeah.
So, but it's very flexible. It's interesting to see this plus the last game where, you know, say Hyena needed threes. So it's just very curious that you could get mixes that will be, you know, tough for some restaurateurs, not tough for some restaurateurs.
That's very happy that I came back with balloons. I was really lagging on balloons for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We're really shooting like towards getting enough restaurateurs where you can get dealt 2 and then pick one, so that if you see the layout of the land and you're like, ooh, this is not going to be a good game for Alex British Shellfish, I think I'm going to pick the other one. There's a lot of restaurateurs we're working on over here. And I want to just highlight the zoo chefs again, because we did go through them a lot last time, but there's some new ones that got unlocked, particularly like Penny here, which is getting a item from the soup truck without even having to go there every round. That's fun. Would have helped this game because neither of you were going to the soup truck. We also have Dash, which we got to see, which is great. Mandy, which we didn't get to see, but Mandy is take additional item from the location. She's going to possibly take up to 4 things. But if you can't take something, get something out of the bag. So determined. I like the fact that we saw Lulu come out. And what was the other one that we unlocked? Oh, Otto, which is a really fun play.
Yeah,
there's exactly 2 size chefs at this location, including Otto. Each of you gains an item from the bag, and I'll tell a story that was really fun. I had not tried Otto yet. I was playing against Peter, and Peter said, "You know how this can work? I can tell you where I'm going with Otto, and you can agree to go there, and we'll both benefit." And then I looked at Peter and I thought, can I trust that you'll do what you're saying?
It's because otters like to hold hands. It's so cute.
Yeah, otters like to hold hands, and that's how that power came about. And there's a pairing of otters.
Here, Peter, put your hand off camera, right? Off camera.
Off camera. Very nice. Yeah, it's great to see that kind of like there's twists in this game. There's these little fun things.
Yeah. No,
I will say for the record that Peter did go where he was saying he would go.
Hey, we got a Matt Wolf in the chat. Never trust Peter. So Matt Wolf, in addition to having a great animal last name, is one of the designers in my local group here in North Carolina, and is responsible for one of the most important rules changes in the development of this game.
Oh yeah,
which, Peter, you tell the story better because it's in your designer there.
The tie-break track for a very long time didn't exist, and the way that you break ties was with there's a currency in the game, coins. It's so dumb.
Not the same coins we just unlocked. This was
different coins.
When you completed a challenge, you got paid. So the idea was that you were running your restaurant during the week for money and then trying to impress the critic for victory points. So if I completed a challenge, I would just get some amount of coins. And then if there was a tie, instead of the tiebreaker track, everyone in the tie would blind bid, and whoever revealed the most would pay that and win that tie. I love blind bids. For whatever reason, they're just my favorite mechanic in all of board games, and I relentlessly try to put them into every game. Matt Wolf said, hey, this system isn't a great way to break ties. It's very convoluted. It slows down the game. We have to do it like several, because this wasn't just first grab. It was every grab you had to do this.
Oh. So
there's a blind bid up to like 20 times in a round.
Thank you, Matt. I'm glad that I never saw that.
Yes, you would have been less impressed with the game. I said, no, this is going to work. And then I came back next week, still with that system in place. And he was like, Peter, just use a track. And we did, and it just immediately worked. Like zero issues that, it had all the issues, my system. What were you saying, Peter?
I was going to say that that could have actually caused it to not, possibly not get signed. So it's very important.
So thanks, Matt, with your excellent animal last name. What's coming up on Kickstarter, Peter?
So we have a very exciting time because, of course, today we had a big update because there's 8 days left. What does that mean tomorrow is there's 7 days left? And 7 is so important for this. So we have a very exciting 7 days planned. We have surprises, lots of surprises planned. We have backer perks planned. Sandara has surprises planned. If you think you've seen all the things that she's ready to pull out, you have not seen anything yet. She is saving the best for last. There is so much to happen on this Kickstarter. We are driving to 77777 and beyond. We'd like to take this all the way for a big final score. We have some surprises if we can make it all the way to 1 million. So that is what we were trying to do with Critter Kitchen. Go out with a bang on November 16th. We still have till then. Also, kind of funny for our team, but our Cardboard Alchemy really likes Board Game Geek Con, and it's one of our favorites. It has a really good vibe. It's relaxed. This is not going to be relaxed for me at the very beginning, because what we're doing is we're flying to Board Game Geek Con while this Kickstarter is still live, and we're concluding the Kickstarter from Texas. As a team, we're doing this whole big thing, and we're gonna have a final blast there and end it in style. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Amazing. Well, thanks for.
We've got one more. We've got one more of these designer matchups. We are trying to show how much fun the 2-player matches can be. There's a lot of people that were wondering about that, so this has been great, you guys. And we'll see you for now. By the time we do the last one, which will be Monday. That'll be our recap for 48 hours, and we'll have a lot of things unlocked. So we'll have even more exciting things to show in that matchup, which will be a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting this game.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers. All right.